Welcome back to the Mad LiberTEA Party, where up is down, left is right, and the rules don't matter because, well, nobody follows them anyways. I'm not even sure if everybody even knows what the rules are anymore. Um, Hope you guys are doing well. Giving everybody a bit of time to pop in because we kind of like just popped this on everyone. Also, if you guys can hear us, please let us know because, like, we're not entirely sure if the sound is working. Um, we would really like for the sound to be working. And I did some adjustments. Do you guys hear us? Hello, hello. Oh, yay! Voices being heard. Hope you guys can hear us clearly. Me and Liz are here, and what we found out what happened the last time we had like noise cancellation on, and we were near a bunch of waves, so it was trying to cancel out the waves. I realized that you couldn't hear the waves in the video when I listened to it again and was like, oh no, that's what it was. So here we are with this beautiful mural behind us that you can't see because, well, there you go. We've got this beautiful mural behind us on the stairs, and we're just chilling out in downtown Bellingham. And man, we got a lot of stuff that I mean, like, it's been a little while since we went live. I think, like, at the very beginning when we got here, we went live for a little while. Let me get this. There we go. Say hi, Liz.
Hello.
Wave. Oh, God, we're going to give people motion sickness. I better
Don't do
stop
that.
that. I'm not going to do that. So, anyways, like, good lord, we have been in Washington for way longer than we meant to be. We're planning on heading out of here this week. It may be this weekend before we actually leave, and the reason for that is because we want to fix our dinghy motor. It seems like something that's important to have working.
Yeah.
We've been doing a lot of paddling. And I mean, like, the shit is really showing up in my muscles, y'all. I'm gonna be fucking ripped by the time this is all over. But yeah, we don't want to have to hi everybody. We don't want to have to, like, paddle on the ocean. It's just maybe we're lazy. I have no idea, but we want to get that done. And, we've been working with a budget that was not super friendly to us having a shit ton of problems at the beginning. Um, and we've had a lot of problems. Like, we've had mechanical failure on the boat. We've had crazy, scuzzy landlord people freaking out about us. We've had um, poor choices for crewmates. We've had all sorts of issues happen. And I mean, we're working on some videos to like talk about that in depth, I suppose. But like honestly, like uh, I don't know. Where do you want to start? Should we start out like with the Tacoma stuff? Like,
I mean, yeah, sure. We could give a
we'll
rough
just give you
overview.
guys some rough overviews of what's been going on. And some of you guys have seen some of the photographs and videos that we posted more recently. We decided that at first, like when we were at the end of getting out of Tacoma, that we were going to kind of do releases delayed. But uh, I'm not really into that. I prefer to like tell people where we are so they can come hang out with us. I mean, maybe it's a poor choice, but I really don't care. I'm not scared, and if anybody wants to come out here and cause problems, then we'll talk to them too. Um, but like, and that's why we're just being pretty open about where we are right now and everything. We decided to not do delayed releases at this point. We're just gonna start putting things up as they happen and letting God sort them out. Or maybe, whoever the fuck runs YouTube and decides whether or not we can keep these videos up or not. But, like, I mean, honestly, there are so many people that I want to thank right now. I want to start with that. Because, like, well, I want to start with the first people. Like, obviously, thank you so much to Boogie Shaman because, like, you helped us make it here. You did the long haul, and you were lovely to be with. And I can't wait for us to be in the same place again, brother. You're fucking amazing. Mwah. You're great. I just did like a backwards handed. I I'm kissing the back of my hand and then throwing it at you for extra power or something. And like then I guess Cowboy Bebop came out,
Yeah, he came out.
and that was great. We went around. We did a little bit of boating.
He's got
Um,
such a good pupper.
he does. He's got the coolest pupper, and like I hope we're gonna see them again as we go further south down the coast. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe. And let's see. And then I guess Yak and Lil, they're freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Like, if it hadn't been for them coming out to help us out, we needed rides to do things and stuff because we do not have car. You can't exactly drag car behind sailboat.
No.
So we do not have car. We have electric bike that sometimes works. So, like they were absolutely amazing, and I can't see this still going on right now if it hadn't been for their help.
Yeah, seriously, every single time that we needed a ride to like get a detrimental piece because like the engine kept on failing, we had to keep on getting
Working on it
pieces
and
and
doing
stuff,
new things.
and that required rides and things. And every single time we needed rides to those places, Yak and Will were there. So there's some solid people.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. And I mean, let's see. We met it. Well, we've met a bunch of boys up here, and we did some. We went to the in the damn wars protest while we were in Seattle.
That was fun.
Yeah, we have a lot of things to catch up on from our Seattle story, but I think that some of you guys have seen the short video that we posted of us being in Seattle on a Friday night where the streets were barren. I'm gonna put that up on shorts and probably share that again on the rest of our social media, but it has been on Twitter and I can't remember where else. I think Float. I think it's been on Float. But like it's crazy. Like it's almost dystopian. I've never been like so shocked in my life because I thought for sure it would be a little bit quieter because of COVID and stuff like that. But no, like it was like a ghost town.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was weird. In fact, Bellingham is more active than Seattle is, and it's like a tiny Seattle. Isn't that what you say?
Yeah, I mean, it pretty much is out here. Um, we've got a lot of the same kind of hangout spots out here in Bellingham than we do in Seattle. I don't know. It's just really weird because Seattle's like a massive city with millions of people, and out there on a Friday night, it was just like a ghost town. Like it felt like no one lived
Yeah, it
there.
was really creepy. I did not expect it at all. Like I've seen more action in the side towns and stuff like that at night than in Seattle, and it's just crazy. And I can't believe so many people are willing to just go along with these mandates and all the crazy stuff. Because like they've started cranking up mandates and stuff here again in Seattle.
Yeah,
It's pretty bad.
didn't we hear tell of a fucking COVID camp?
I heard tell of a COVID camp. I'm not really sure if that's real, but I'm still trying to find more about it. Like, I'm not gonna start talking about it until I've done more research, but like, I've heard several rumors about it. And you know how rumors go. It could be real, it could be half real, it could be completely fabricated. We don't know. But like, the truth is that like they've been ramping up the mask mandates again, and people are weird. Like people are really weird about it here. I feel like we're walking around with like plague masks amongst like people who are like just because they're staring at us like there's something wrong with us because we won't wear the things. Oh, so the butcher gets in here after we said thanks to him. I see how it is. Anyways, well, the rest of you guys, like, that we are yet to meet and will meet. Oh, let's see, like, good lord, there's so many people that we're gonna meet along the way. I'm just really excited about meeting with all of you. And I can't wait to get the fuck out of Washington, because, like, there are so many free folk here, but this is not a good place for free folk at all. Like, the only time we've really found free folk really, prospering is like way the fuck away from population.
Everything.
Yeah, we
Like
found
they're away from
um
everything.
my favorite part was like after we left Tacoma. So like I don't want to skip Tacoma, but like It was full of a lot of really cool people, but it was also full of a lot of people that really they're extremely polarized. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, it's bad. Uh, I mean, I've seen people like walking around with like the full face shields on, like the surgeon face shields with like a mask underneath and shit like that. Like people out here are fucking ridiculous about
Yeah, it's weird. I see people driving in their cars with their masks and they're alone, and like the fucking memes and shit. It's fucking weird. Like I don't know. People have gone kind of crazy about this stuff again. I guess all over again, and it's weird to me because like in Arkansas, like people weren't that crazy about it at all. Like you either wore it or you didn't, and nobody really cared. There were some places that would like ask you to leave, but like I very rarely got asked to leave or put a mask on. Um,
it's having a really devastating effect on small businesses out here too, especially like the small restaurants. A lot of them have closed,
well,
and
we've
like
met quite a few people who don't have jobs anymore or
yeah,
can't get work because of it and stuff like that. And I mean, like being nomads and us just roaming at random and stuff like we do, we definitely meet a lot of people who have taken to the nomad lifestyle not because of their choice. And I mean, like, there have been nomads going around for a long time, but like the amount of nomads now that don't have a choice, that have to be that way because their government has totally fucked them over in one way or another, especially with like COVID and everything.
it's wrong.
It is wrong. I mean, I like to have more nomads,
I
but
mean, these are like
you
mom
should
and
be able
pop
to
places that
choose.
were like doing good before this whole pandemic shit hit, though. Like
Yeah, they
places that
were
were
doing good,
prospering, you know.
and now they're gone. Or they're about to be,
Mm-hmm.
or they have had to like crank their prices and stuff up so high just to be able to stay in business that like their business is suffering that way too. But like, it's just ridiculous. Like we actually went to a place that was pretending to follow. There are places out there that are pretending to follow the rules, and we've been to those too. Like they'll have signs up on the outside. Hold on, let me get this. Sorry, sorry, everybody. They'll have signs up and everything like that, but then when you get inside, they're like, you don't have to do that. But like the majority of places are just they're just okay with it. It's blowing my mind. Um,
Yeah, it's weird.
yeah, I mean, like we found a lot of really cool, like we have found a lot of really cool kind of gray market stuff in Washington, which is nice. Especially like farmers selling stuff on the side of the road and stuff like that, like right outside their buildings and stuff. But like, I don't know, this place has free folk. It's just not really great for them.
Yeah, it's weird.
We met a lot of really cool people in Tacoma despite the weirdness of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I don't know. Do we want to say their names? Do they care?
I think Dan is big.
Yeah, I mean, like we have a friend that we met named Dan, and he's just amazing. We did a lot of partying with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like a shit ton of partying, and he's actually like surprisingly based.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I
uh,
radicalized him.
oh
Maybe.
yeah, maybe we could. It would be really cool to like see if we couldn't get him in here to talk like with like a black screen or something, maybe
Oh,
someday.
that'd be cool.
Um, but like we also met like this older libertarian gentleman who I will remain unnamed, but like he was amazing, and he had this really cool practice where like he put a sign up every day on the outside of his boat, and it was like a different liberty quote, and he would talk, like he was really awesome. Like I
Yeah, it
just
was.
really love that old guy, like holy hell, and slightly, I mean, a lot older than him was this other old dude that we hung out around, and he like taught us a lot of stuff. He told us a lot of things about the ocean, and he gave us hints about one of the places we discovered too, which was pretty cool. He's kind of a history. He knows a lot about history. I mean, he's lived through a good bit of it too. Um,
Yikes.
I mean, we had several good people that were willing to come over to the boat and give us advice. Some people even gave us parts and stuff, which I mean, like that made everything so much cheaper. I was really fucking touched by how cool people were being. Um, and that was something that I noticed almost right away is that like people on the water they behave a little differently.
Yeah,
Um,
it's really nice. Out there, it's kind of a necessity to like
help
come
each other
together and
and
help
shit.
each other. Because like if you're fucked out there on the water and no one comes and helps you, you're kind of dead. So
Yeah, I mean, when we finally did start leaving Tacoma because the boat was fixed, we started before we left the like lower sound. We wanted to explore, you know. Um, we wanted to see what was down there before we left, and we wanted to kind of explore using the boat and make sure that nothing was gonna fall apart on us again, and it did. Oh, it did. Like we
yeah,
literally threw the exhaust elbow, like it fucking threw itself out of out of the like just out of the engine. And like there was a few other things that we ended up having to fix before we could leave. But like it was okay because we ended up finding some really cool places while we were down there dawdling about, and we got way better at manually sailing without having a backup for like having an engine for a backup, which is fine. I mean, like we've looked into it, and there are a bunch of people out there sailing with no engines. Like,
yeah.
apparently, it's pretty normal, and we're getting pretty damn good at it. Like, we're having some seriously smooth, like, putting the anchor down while under sail and pulling it up while under sail. And I've done some fucking sailing in gale winds, light gale winds, and it was terrifying but awesome. And I'm totally looking forward to doing it again because it was great. Um, like Liz has been a great teacher. I'm learning all sorts of stuff about how to sail and everything. Um, fuck. What I said the F word. We're totally canceled now. Um, fascist. Boo. That's the other F word. What are you like? I don't know. Let's see. There were just so many cool places. Like Olympia was fucking fetid. We didn't
Yeah,
actually go into Olympia.
yeah. We just like pulled into
We
the
pulled up
bay.
to it, looked around, and went, "Oh, that's gross,"
We
and
saw
just
that the
left.
water was like
Oh, it was so
murky, poopy
nasty.
brown.
It was. It was so
It
nasty.
kind of smelled.
Yeah. So like, but we did find we found this place called Home in Long Branch, and like it's on the Key Peninsula, and like back in the 1910, was that what it was? 1910,
I think it was like 1890.
1890.
Yeah,
Like it was somewhere between there. Like around that time, a group of anarchists actually settled the area, and there was a group of feminist anarchists that settled down south of them on the peninsula too. And a lot of the things that were there are still there, and there's a lot of libertarians out there. There's a lot of people doing business out of their homes and stuff like that. Lots of farmers making tiny little markets in their front yard and just being like, hey,
yeah. It's a really beautiful place. It's
it really
very,
is.
very scenic
It's
too.
extremely welcoming to travelers. Like,
Very
they did
welcoming.
here in the city, like, when people see us, I think they assume we're homeless or some shit.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah, like, I think they do.
We've even had like other homeless people come up to us and be like, "Hey, you're homeless, right?
And
You
I mean, like,
understand?"
I guess we live in vans. I mean, like, we live in a van that shakes itself and fucking floats.
Yeah.
I don't know if that counts as homeless, but we are definitely nomads.
Well, out
Um,
here on the West Coast, we call it like I don't know. One of my friends called it upper crust homeless one day.
upper
It's like
crust
so there's
homeless.
like the lower
Great.
crust homeless where you're like kind of drifting out
Houseless.
on the streets and houseless, and then there's like the upper crust homeless that have like buses and vans and that type
Yeah, so I
of
guess
thing.
maybe we're upper crust in that situation or something. But like, I don't know. I think we're doing fine. But like, it's just they were surprisingly welcome. Um, well, they're not the only place that was super welcoming. Like Port Townsend was pretty welcoming too.
Yeah, Port Townsend's cool.
Um, yeah, like Port
It's
Townsend
very
is
old.
even older than home, and there's all these unincorporated towns and shit like that out here. I'm trying to still fully understand what that means. But what I think it means is it's really tiny and nobody cares about it. Except for the people that are there. And I mean, like, they turn out to be really enchanting places. Um, I'm gonna, like, probably encourage you guys to read about Home and Long Branch because, like, this is anarchist history, like real honest to God anarchist history. And I've got some contact information and I've been emailing with them and I'm going to try and get an interview with the president of their improvement club slash yacht club. And that sounds really good, well to do and shit like that, but yacht clubs are not really all that. I mean, like, anybody can join a damn yacht club. It's all sorts of people do it. It makes it cheaper for you to travel around to the marinas and stuff like that. And it's just for people to, like, you hang out with these people and they help each other out. They help each other out, all this other stuff. We at one point thought about joining a yacht club, but, like, honestly, we're not gonna be anywhere long enough to do that. Um, so I mean, like, maybe later when we decide what areas we're gonna nomad about in the most, that might actually be useful because it's not all that expensive to join one. Um, and those of you out there who want to start sailing, maybe get in contact with some of your local sailing clubs or yacht clubs because, like, they're actually really friendly and they will help you learn things. They seem pretty cool.
What's a good way to learn how to sail is going to some of these yacht clubs and looking for sailing races and get onto somebody's boat and do some races
Yeah,
because that'll teach you how to sail pretty quickly.
I have not done that, but I've watched the sailboat races and they're really interesting. Um, but yeah, I mean, like, that place was like almost 100 years old, and or a little bit over 100 years old. And then Port Townsend is old as hell. Like, they're almost like they have a 200-year-old lighthouse that's been rebuilt once, and they've got like a 100-year-old fort, and the town itself is like just a little bit younger than the it's just a little bit younger than the lighthouse that they've got. And, like, they thought that Townsend Port Townsend was going to be the next big city. They were bringing the railroad through and everything like that, and then that fell through, and they got screwed, and so they had to come up with their own ways of doing things and a way to keep their economy afloat and stuff like that because they didn't get the railroad. And one of the ways that they did it was, like, they've got this 200-year-old food co-op, and I've also got contact information for that, and I really want to get with them and talk to them about, getting them on to talk about what a co-op is, how it works, how you can start your own, and obviously how you keep one running for like 200 years. That's freaking crazy.
That's
Um,
impressive.
it's very impressive. So I'm really interested in finding out more about that, and hopefully we'll be able to get them to come on and talk. Um, what else was there? And oh, and the other thing that I thought was neat there was, like, they rent out historical buildings and stuff like that instead of, like, taxing people for the parks and shit. It's really neat. And there was a witch tree. And
Yes, there
instead of
was a
being
witch tree.
scared of the witch tree, we climbed in it and we smoked weed and we felt very happy about it.
It looks like the tree
It
of life
was,
when you
it
take a
does, it
picture of
looks
it.
like the tree of life. Um, if I knew how to work the mobile version of this, I would flip a freaking picture of it up, but I don't have that. Um, I don't have that set up. I think I actually have to have it uploaded, and I don't want to freaking dick with it right now. It's hard. I'm still getting used to using this on the phone. What happened next? What happened next? Seattle was kind of um disappointing, as we said,
Yeah,
but we did get some pretty cool pictures, and there was like a weird arts festival going on. So I'm going to be sharing some of those photos in the future too. And I made a really cool GIF out of this, like, rainbow walkthrough that was really neat.
we almost beached the boat.
Yeah, we did. We almost beached the boat leaving Port Townsend because we had an anchor accident, and it was freaking terrifying. And I have video of that too. I'm gonna share that. Um, what else happened?
Um, well, after that, we just sailed down to Sequim and then sailed up here.
Yeah, I mean, like, we've gone across the Wandafuka now, and we went through the islands. And when we leave here, we're probably gonna, like, bounce around the islands and then head straight out to the Gulf. I mean, the Gulf to the coast, straight out to the coast. I'm in the wrong place in my head right now. Hopefully, when we start heading down the coast, I mean, like, we might bounce into places on the way, but we're probably gonna, like, make a line as quickly as we can for Astoria. And anyone who wants to come by and hang out with us there can totally do that. Also, obviously, we're in Bellingham, and if you want to reach out to us and hang out with us here, or like ask us questions, or show us something cool to share with people, or whatever, totally hit us up. I don't know how many people are up in this area. I think we've met most of the people we know already. So, like, I don't know. I'm always up for new people if you randomly come by and see that. Let's see. I mean, like, fuck.
That's pretty much it.
I mean, yeah, that pretty much is it. Like, the reason why it took us so long to get out of the South Sound was just everything falling apart all at once and us having to learn how to fix it. But I mean, like, that learning experience is something that will carry us through in the future. Like, at the beginning of it, we were freaking out every time and having to go consult things and ask people and get help and everything like that. And the last few times something broke, we pretty much fixed it ourselves. Although right now we do have one thing that's kind of broke with it because like we during the
Yeah.
storm, the really big storm where we were like literally catching air from the waves. um we kind of like got a rope stuck around our propeller, and then when we tried to get it out, it killed our transmission. So somewhere along the coast we're going to fix that, but we're just going to go at it like with the manual sailing and stuff like that, mostly even after we have that fixed. That's another reason why we want to get the dinghy fixed, though, because if we get into a bad situation, we can use the dinghy with its outboard motor to correct that sort of thing. Um, yes, we are still headed to Arkansas, but I mean, it may be 2 years before we get back there. Um, and the reason for that being is that we're going to have to go up the East Coast and around like and down the Mississippi because our boat is not strong enough to make it up the Mississippi. We don't have the hull speed. So we're going to have to go all the way around. That just means that we get to visit the whole freaking East Coast too. And I'm not upset about that. There's a bunch of cool people that we're going to meet going that way as well. Um so I mean, like, we will eventually be in Arkansas. I'm just not sure when, if that answers the question. Um I think over the next few days we're just gonna be like trying to rest up and get things in order and stuff like that. And we're gonna have to make sure that we order the carburetor for our outboard motor. Which I mean, it'll probably only take a couple of days to get here, and I'm gonna order it relatively soon. And as soon as it shows up, we're just gonna slap that bitch on and get the fuck out. I think we're pretty much ready to. I mean, like, Bellingham's nice, but I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I don't like to stay in the same place for very long. And
As
I
do
mean,
I.
I don't know. Like, part of me kind of like hopes that while we're staying here, we might actually run into like whoever is sticking with our stickers. Because like we've been going around putting stickers up, and at the beginning, people like somebody was like taking them down and being like, no fascism, and like putting stickers over them and stuff. And so we would like put our stickers next to theirs and be like, yeah, no fascism. And I mean, like, some of our stickers are actually not being pulled down now. So I'll consider that progress. Um, but I would really like to fucking see who's like, I've seriously been looking around to see who's sticking with the stickers because like I want to talk to them, want to reach out and like explain ourselves and shit to these people. Because like I think a lot of it is that we have been put in a position where we don't or can't speak to each other, and that's like part of the problem.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, hopefully we'll be able to reach out to some of these people and see if we can't, you know, figure out what our differences are or if there are any to begin with. Wish us luck on that one. Hopefully, we'll see. But I'm gonna actually start doing. Um, I'm gonna start trying to do morning shows again, which I mean, I'm not sure how well that's gonna work. I don't really leave my phone or anything on when I'm sleeping because I'm like saving power. So like the time that it begins is gonna be kind of weird at the beginning, at least until we really get going and stuff like that. But we're also talking in the back room about trying to start up our Monday episodes again. So like that's really good, and I'm gonna be like trying to make a lot more of these like shorts and stuff to put up on like our Instagram and our Twitter, and YouTube has shorts now, so we're gonna use those and stuff like that. We put a couple of them up so far, but not a lot of them. We'll be working on keeping that stuff happening and more stuff in that. Um, we're gonna start documenting our foraging as soon as we can get into a cleaner area. Right now, we are in a place that has like bloom warnings and it's really gross and dirty. So we really don't want to eat that kind of stuff. It's really bad for you and can make you very sick. Um, and if you eat something out of the wrong kind of bloom, it can actually kill you. So like, it's nothing to play with. What else is there that we want to do that we haven't done yet?
I think that pretty much ties it up.
Yeah, I mean, I think that does. We do have some stuff that's coming along MLTP side where we're going to be offering file sharing and hosting and web emails to the people who join our Subscribe Star. We're like right at the line for like covering our bills monthly. And that means that like the only thing that is going into the LiberTEA fund that lets us help people and stuff like that is like the random side donations and stuff like that. It's like if anybody here is interested in getting involved in any of that stuff, our Subscribe Star people will be given emails and um, a certain amount of space based on how much they have subscribed for. And all of that stuff's going to be hosted in a safer place, not Sweden, not Switzerland. I mean, it'll be in a place that does not like um, extraditing data. And we're pretty freaking paranoid about that stuff. So keep an eye open for that. I'm dawdling now. Do you guys have any questions out there? I know there's a few of y'all still watching. If y'all have any questions, let us know what's going on and we'll try and answer those. Also, if you guys have any questions about what we're doing and why and everything like that, um, feel free to hit us up on our social media at any point. We will totally, like we're totally cool with explaining it and stuff. And we're gonna do some more uploads and things of that nature. Less live because it's kind of hard at the moment. But like, I'm thinking that as we start going down the coast and we get into areas that are much more populated and stuff, it'll be much easier for us to be live more often. Whew! Gracious me, we've been sitting here for 30 minutes. Um, I guess that's it. If you guys like this, like this. If you guys want to help us out, share this stuff. Uh, look forward to seeing you guys later. I'm gonna start doing this way more often, and we're gonna start hosting some like live talks and stuff like that. And yes, we are going to come to Florida. It's gonna be a little while because we got to go all the way around. We're not gonna pay to use the Panama Canal. It's fucking bullshit. Also, I kind of really want to see some penguins. So, I mean, it'll be a little while before we get to Florida, but we are definitely going to be um, all over that motherfucker, which is great because there's a bunch of motherfuckers in Florida that we want to see. Um, yeah, like, hope you guys get down in the comments. Let us know what you're saying, what you're thinking. Y'all support has mattered so much to us. Like, I get emotional about it. People have been so amazing. To everybody who has like donated objects or donated money or just given us advice or come out and helped us. You guys are fucking amazing. We are not doing the horn. We're not doing the horn. We're gonna do the Straits of Magellan. So we won't have to worry about those rocks. At least not those rocks. There will be rocks, but you know, the Straits of the Magellan. Okay, I need to go have a smoke break. Um, the Straits of Magellan are way easier than Cape Horn, so we're actually gonna take that direction instead.
Yeah, you just have to worry about icebergs and penguins
And maybe like uh le- I hear that leopard seals sometimes go there, and I'm kind of scared and excited about it. I
out
hope
there.
one doesn't. That's what's gonna happen to my GoPro. It's gonna get eaten by a fucking leopard snail. A leopard snail. I meant a leopard seal. All right, that's it. That's it. I can't speak anymore. You guys have a good night. We're gonna, go out of here and maybe take a walk and just kind of like let our brains unfurl. I hope you guys are all doing well. Remember out there, stay safe and free. Don't give up your freedom for the safety. That shit's bullshit. Don't be statists. Don't be followers. Make your own way. We love you, motherfuckers. Mwah. See you soon.